welcome to Marissa's Kitchen, where tonight I am going to review a recipe from Trim Healthy Table cookbook. It is called Lazy Chicken Lasagna and it's on page 124. And later on you'll get to meet my mom, who is up visiting from Michigan, and I have got a little bit going here. I don't know if you can see here, let's see. I started the spices and I chopped up my onion and celery, and so I'm gonna get cooking the sauce on the stove, and I also cooked my chicken in the Instant Pot. So I'm gonna get cooking, and then there will definitely be a review later on. Okay, so I've got my spices measured out. I have my onion and celery diced up here, and I'm gonna press the garlic when I go to put it in the pan. I've got my pan all ready to go with some butter in there, yum, and my blender that has the cream mixture that will make up part of the lasagna. So start to finish, these steps probably took about 25 minutes so far, timing wise. Here I just wanted to show you the chicken mixture, and that's going to be layered. It's sort of like you're making at first, you're making sort of like a roux. And this part, I kind of felt like I was doing some real cooking, so not necessarily like drive-through Sue. Anytime you're making a roux, I feel like that's like, okay, this is not the easiest stuff. Okay, so I'm making the layers now because I have all my different layers, and it's 16 ounces. This is only 11, and I had part of another. Okay, my kitchen, don't mind my kitchen. Life with the baby. And I'm wondering how I'm going to fit this all. They say you can use 16 ounces of fresh spinach, and I'm really wondering how I'm going to get this all in there. Plus, I still have 2 more layers of everything. So I think you definitely need to use a really deep 9x13, which I wish I had. Okay, this is half the spinach and maybe even less than half. And I'm wondering how I'm going to get the rest of this in here. I'm scratching my head. Did I read it wrong? Yeah, I'm really glad it has that much greens in it. It's going to be really healthy, but I'm really hoping I can get it all to fit. Oh, I've got a little helper in the kitchen this evening. So this is okay, I just wanted to show you, this is what it is with the second layer of the chicken and then the cheese sauce. So now my mom's going to help me get the rest of this spinach, and then you top it with cheese. Yeah, and we did it. As you can see, the dish is very full. Yeah. And my mom, she kudos to her for getting that all in there. Well, most of it. We're saving just a tiny little bit for a spinach smoothie for Brennan, but because he can't have this, it has a lot of dairy. But anyway, I'm gonna get this in the oven. Well, we're finished with dinner, and the consensus around the table was that it was really, really delicious. So, yeah, in fact, my mom, who's right over here.
Hello, I can't believe I'm on YouTube.
Her name is Mary, and she's visiting from Michigan. But Mom, what did you think of the lazy chicken lasagna?
It was delicious, as you can see. My plate is clean. I really enjoyed it. And while having it, I thought this would really be good with artichokes in it. So
I might just have to try that next time. So anyway, I'm having a great week with my mom, and as you can see, she's getting lots of cuddles with Kara and getting to be with the boys too. So we're having fun, and that I have other thoughts on it, so I'll probably add a couple things like I normally do, but I'm gonna let my family get back to their evening. I wanted to add a couple last comments about the dish. I thought it was very, very delicious. Both my mom and I thought so, as we mentioned. Some things about it. It took me a while to make this dish. I did it really kind of the hard way because I crushed the garlic, I shredded the cheese. I mean, I was the total opposite of drive-through Sue tonight for various reasons. I cooked the chicken in the Instant Pot and diced it up. Things that would make this meal go faster. Well, first off, I have to say, you need at least probably about an hour for this dish. give or take, depending on what steps you have made easier for yourself. So if you've done everything easy, then it could be maybe in the oven in 40 minutes. But if you have every step, then like an hour, maybe even hour 20. I don't know. I have a lot of interruptions between baby and camera filming. So kids coming in and out. So I have a hard time knowing exactly how much time this took me to make. But if you were to have your chicken already cooked and diced when you come to making this meal, so this would have been a great night to have chicken in my freezer that I just pulled out, thawed out, earlier in the day, and that's already cooked, so you're not taking that extra step. Buying shredded cheese at the store, buying cooked onions and cut up onions and celery from the store would help. I don't usually buy cut up onions. Sometimes I'll buy like the frozen bag from Fred Meyer of diced onions, but I just tend to just dice it myself. And it calls for 2 to 3 cups of chicken. Both my mom and I thought that 2 cups wouldn't quite be enough. If the thing about this, like the low carb lasagnas and stuff like that, is that you're missing the texture in your mouth of the noodle, biting down on a noodle. And so until I had a bite where I had chicken, I kind of felt like it was an airy dish. I don't know if that, like, just a very light dish. I know that sounds counterintuitive. That sounds backwards considering how much dairy and like dairy is pretty heavy, but having that the chicken to bite down onto gave it that texture. So if you had less chicken, then you're gonna have less texture to bite down on. You definitely need that amount of spinach. It cooks down nicely. It didn't overflow in my oven at all. There was something else with the texture that I was gonna say, but let's see, what else? Let me think. Okay, I remembered what I wanted to say. This is called lazy chicken lasagna. Where that comes from is in the first Trim Healthy Mama cookbook, not the original, but the first cookbook. There is, what is it in that one? I can't remember. There's lazy lasagna, and it's a beef with a red sauce lasagna. And the word lazy comes from Pearl using spinach and not having, like, a lot of veggie or low carb lasagna is called for zucchini noodles, where you would have to be like slicing the zucchini. And so she came up with this as an easier alternative, and I think that's where the word lazy comes from. So as I saw comments on Facebook about this lazy chicken lasagna, people were saying there's nothing lazy about it. And I think that has to do with that's where the term got coined, was because of the actual noodles. And putting spinach in it is very easy. To me, the amount of time didn't seem any different than when my non-THM days, when I was making regular lasagnas. I still sometimes do for my family. Regular lasagna with just like regular old noodles that you don't have to pre-cook. That kind of felt the same amount of work because I didn't have to cook the spinach. If I had frozen spinach and had to thaw it out, and like, I can't remember if they say to drain it or not. Squeezing frozen spinach is like one of my least favorite jobs. Well, it's up there with like many of my least favorite jobs. So I wouldn't personally want to have to be squeezing water out of spinach. But so just being able to just sprinkle the spinach in there, even though it was kind of hard to keep it all in the pan. Let's hope I can delete that part of the video. You guys, I'm living my life in the midst of these videos, so my children running by saying they need to use the bathroom is just part of my life, and I'm fitting these in between taking care of little people, and it becomes fun sometimes, or maybe not so fun. But that, I think, is everything I wanted to say about the recipe. Yes, it's labor intensive, but I definitely think it's worth the work. I would make this one again. It's delicious. I would maybe do it on a Saturday. If I didn't have my mom here to help hold my baby and help manage my other children, I probably would not want to attempt this on a weeknight. I would do it on a Saturday when I'm a little more relaxed and have some more time in the kitchen, and unless I have like pre-bought all those things.
and not made everything like from scratch. So that is my review, and I hope that's helpful for you. It was a little lengthy, but so fun to get to have you meet my mom. So I'm gonna end with her, and see you guys. I thought I'd let my mom and Kara say goodbye.
Bye. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.